Helen Richards again, the trainee. And Paddy's just about to start what looks like Aylan Beacon there, the wrecked lighthouse. Come on, Martin, you can get that blend better if you do it this way. That's Terry Hegg, one of the tuition supervisors. And other painters, Catty on the right, Jenny on the left. And Terry's painting some, looks like red wood dragonettes. Mia's painting green families. And here, as you can see, her doing the dry brushing, which the others were learning at the Lundin Links studio. And Bob McNally, another master artist working on candles. Jenny's got rows and rows of Nessets. And Helen Bushnell here is one of the company's fastest artists, and she's working on green wood dragonettes there. And the windows look out over the Riverside Road leaving. Finished pieces, hundreds and hundreds of finished pieces. Here they're waiting for felt basing and boxing and dispatch to the customers. That's Maura MacDonald, who makes sure that she's the final check that the product's good before it ends up in a box. And we always give them a good feed before they go off. And gargoyles. That's Scran, always hungry. Now you can see the special technique that Scott was pouring next door. Wood dragonettes. Mini Nesslet Bendy. And the draglet version. And the hatching dragonette version in green and blue. That's Paddy just started on the castle towers. Ice dragonettes getting boxed. One piece of tissue to hold the neck in place, the next piece of tissue to make sure it's securely packaged. And Corder Castles, approved by Lady Corder. Finished stock waiting to go out. And boxes of goods to customers. And this one's off on a long journey. That's to Australia. So that's quite a busy unit here really at Leavenmouth. And as part of the centre there's also a coffee bar. Alan's using one of the tables as a work table as well, and all the staff take their coffee and lunch breaks in here. And if we go off through into the rest of the business centre, there's all sorts of training facilities and seminars and courses for the unemployed that go on in here. They also help businesses start up. Obviously we have premises there, and we use their photocopying and office and meeting room facilities. Oh, and there's a Genesis cabinet.
There are people coming in from sort of like
There's people ringing in all the time for these job creation schemes.
techniques, you know, you've been out of work for a while, or the best way to go about finding a job. So it's a bloody real lunch for you. Would you like to put your name down? Okay. What's your name?
I thought the guy was going to do a video. I hope you put your skill down.
I was sitting down. That's
Mac Young, the business centre manager. So you start with a piece of wax. It goes through all the processes of being made into a master, then the master moulds, then the skin moulds, then it's cast in the casting room, then it goes to the painters, finally there's a box created for it, and out it goes to the customer. So you have to get to those customers, and the way Genesis does that is through a number of representatives and also the major trade fairs. And here we are at Birmingham in the spring of 1990. So the Genesis stand at Birmingham 1990. This is early in the morning, just getting everything dusted and ready for display. Genesis chooses to have an open stand with various selling points around the stand so that many people could work at the same time. Here are the new fantasy castles from Alan Harrow, the Dragonette collection, the Nestlet collection, the Gargoyles, and the new Draglet Nest, due to be in the shops sometime in June. More new pieces, the lovers. Dragonette lovers in either blue and red or purple and green, with the heart shape at the back and the linked tail. They're due in the shops June and July as well. And the bookends, totally sold out for the whole year. That's the green version. Purple Dragonette collections, and the purple bookends. Top of the Genesis range, these retail at approximately £200. One of Alan Harrow's larger castles. And Corder Castle. All the ranges are shown in collections, which makes it far easier to sell into the retailers. Caesar's new castles were really a showstopper. And the oyster dragonette, which may not be available until next year, also caught everybody's attention. So, the show's open to the public. And with the silver hair there on right of screen is John Bannister. He's the West Country agent. Deals with everything from Bristol down to Land's End. Just moving into the stand. On the left there is Peter Gray. He's the sales director. Nick Butler, who looks after the West Midlands and Wales. On the right, Alan Stewart, who's our Grampian representative. He's also one of the owners of the Riverside Granary near Perth. Again, watch how he's selling collections. He's talking about castles. When he's finished talking with castles, he'll go on to another collection. The stand was busy from morning till night every day. Now don't bother selling him gargoyles, he's interested in the castles, Alan. And again, the trade stand designed by Peter Gray to allow each of the people selling on the stand to be able to use different areas to sell different products. That's Wendy and Maureen, who are also doing a little bit of research for me at the show. I think they've just been spotted by Peter. Watch how the stand stops people. It's the colours. Why not go on? Go on in. Go and have a look at the bath. We could have sold hundreds of pairs of bookends if we'd been a retailer at the show. On the right of screen there is Kate Garrett, who looks after our sales office down in Skegness. Four selling areas and the one stand. An important aspect of dealing with the retailer, who really has very little time. If they can't see the products quickly, they won't wait.
And then you go.
And it's quite ironic that this customer at the far corner there happens to pick up the product that started it all. Everything came from that Nestle 3 years ago. Peter Gray, again the sales director with our major customer in the Far East. We now have a large retail unit in Japan that's taking a large proportion of our products, more than we can supply in fact. And Kate Garrett here is with the Sittles Group, which is our biggest UK customer. If the Sittles branches are taken independently, every single one of their shops would be in our top 15 retail outlets. And together they make a formidable force. It took us 3 years to get Japan interested, and this was the major breakthrough, 1990, Birmingham.